Alright, so what's in this box, I wonder? What's going on, everybody? My name is Cody and welcome to another unboxing video. This time it's actually not a Loot Crate, Nerd Block, or Indie Box. Tedious. This comes from RetroGameTreasure.com. This is actually a subscription service. Everything in here should be a goodie. For mine, it's I guess it's $35 a month or something like that. So it's a little bit more expensive than Loot Crate, more expensive than Indie Box, but it is all retro games. You basically get to pick the systems you have. For example, SNES, N64, PlayStation, PS2, Neo Geo, things like that. Basically the ones that are the most easily to find games for, and they randomly send you some. You can have there's a list you can put in of stuff you already own. I don't expect anything in here to be CIB or anything like that, but we are going to find out. There they are. Hashtag laundry day. They send them in cool little boxes like these. That's kind of cool. By the way, this is supposed to be for January 2019. I happen to be one of the last people that are able to get the January box. What I get is not what everyone else is going to get, by the way. So I might get something super rare. Other people might not. I want to look at these, and JC and I are going to eventually start doing some of these together so we can spot fakes. So if he knows something about a system that I don't, then he can call BS, and if I know more than him, I can call BS. So basically we're both calling BS at the same time, so that's cool. Alright, so the box inside says, thanks for your subscription. Here's a few tips. Post your treasure picks and earn extra entries in our boss chest giveaways. We guarantee your game's archive working. Just email us arrive working, not archive. Just email us if you have any issues. Stay retro, buck the mega buck at games at RetroGameTreasure.com. Sorry, it's a weird font. First thing we got out of here is we have Brute Force, Dangerous Alone, Deadly Together for the Xbox. I've actually never heard of this game. That's kind of cool. 18 missions across 6 unique worlds. Download new single player multiplayer. Yeah, I don't see that happening anymore, guys. But honestly, that's pretty cool. Like, this is the first Xbox original game I've gotten in a couple of years. That's pretty cool. And it's nice and sealed. Like, it's not brand spanking new, but this game came out 2003. I might just open this here in a minute. We're gonna find out what else we got in here. And I see a couple other things in here too. So this would be cool. We got a candidate for a fake cartridge. We got Shadows of the Empire. I already own this game, but you know what? The labeling looks good. I can already tell you right now this one's a legit copy. Just the feel of it. I mean, it looks really good too. Look at this. Look at the back. Come on, focus. Or is that one video all over again? But look at that. You can see some scratching right there. And there's just a itty bitty bit of damage on the label, like almost non-existent. Like, it's just like someone took their fingernail and went over it just a little bit and creased it. But other than that, that is very clean. And it's got some scratching on the back label, but that's one of the things I was telling you guys to look out for. Right there's a little indent. I don't know if you can see it very well on camera, but there you go. Right there, that's one of those things that you need to look for authentic cartridges. Very, very cool. Now, this is surprising. I got a boxed copy of something, guys. I don't know how good it is because I've never heard of it, but Towers, Lord Banif's Deceit for the Game Boy Color. Like, I've never owned a boxed copy of a Game Boy Color game before. Like, I've owned, well, I can't say that. I've owned boxed copies of the games before, but I was also the target age demographic when this came out, so chance of me possessing that I think I had Tetris and Gex, and everything else kind of came second hand. Anyway, this is a real-time 3G RPG 3G. 3D RPG. First-person movement throughout a real 3D world. Become one of 4 characters, each with different attributes. Hundreds of monsters to expand or to battle and find items. 15 complex levels to explore. Battery pack up to save 2 separate adventures. 2-player cooperative mode with game link cable. Hey JC, I sense a co-op happening. That'd be funny. Anyway, that's really cool. That's really slick. That's really cool, though. Like, I could stick this on my shelf. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. That's pretty hardcore. Anyway, that's all that's in the box. Now, they did say you can get anywhere between 3 to 5 games per month. And the way I see it, if this service lasts long enough, eventually I could get the entire N64 library doing this. I'd be several years older, but the odds of me getting the other games I need, pretty good actually. Like, oh, let's hope I get Clay Fighter. Oh man, let's hope I get the one that was exclusive to Blockbuster. I'd be so happy. I'd be sitting there fine-tooth comb going over that thing, make sure it's 100% authentic. And just because this is Shadows of the Empire and it's not a very valuable game, I'm not really stoked on taking it apart. But come on, guys, this is me. You know, I just might do that. But before we go into that one, because that one is going to involve me pulling out my tools, and that's going to be a pain in the ass, and I don't feel like doing that right this very second. So let's not do that. Let's open this one. Oh, I've only done one. And, you know, I trust people. Like, the cartridge itself, by the way, that is very clean on the circuit board. I can't wait to crack this open and see how well maintained it was prior to them getting their hands on it. And I'm pretty sure they probably opened it up and cleaned it. But let's find out here with this brute force. We got the manual, which is a good sign. Graphics don't look too bad either. Yeah, the book feels crisp. Like, the book barely feels like it's been used. Like, it's been used a little bit. Real test to find out the condition of the disc, and oh my goodness, this looks really good. These guys are 1 for 3 so far. 1 confirmed out of 3, I should say. Like, I'm giving Shadows of the Empire a closer look just because I know how to spot a fake N64 game. But this one I almost don't want to take out of its packaging, just because you'll be hearing from Kite for this later. Sorry, JC. I don't know if this is boxed or not, but I doubt it. Nah, that's not retail packaging. If it is, then wow, I just destroyed history. I don't think it was. But however, I am going to be quite careful with this box. See, I open these things because I want people to see what they need to look for and everything. Alright, so box is good shape. We've got the manual. That's good. Okay, this is a total complete in-box game. Holy crap. Okay. This might have been factory sealed. I don't know. It's from 2000. So this game came out in 2000. So it's later in the life of the Game Boy. Going into Game Boy Advance, which was 2002, 2003, something like that. So this is late in life for the Game Boy. Okay, so no, it wasn't factory sealed. Okay, I just confirmed for myself. You see that little stain right there? We didn't void anything. We didn't destroy history. That's good. There's no link cable in here. I think that some of these games came with a link cable. I don't quite remember, but we'll let history decide for that one. JC, I believe, knows more about Game Boy games than I do, because I only had so few of them, and I was more of a home console person over the portables. I do not expect to ever see any of these in their boxes just because of the size of the boxes. Like, I've got authentic N64 boxes there. That would barely be big enough to hold it, wherever the hell I put the box. There it is. So this may hold it. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so it would actually fit a whole. That would be baller. Send me one in Conquer now, please. Send me Conquer, please. Send me Conquer or Banjo, please. Nah. The fact you guys sent me those two things the very first time, I'm cool with that. So, you guys have got to continue. You guys will get my business in the future for sure. Like, the fact that you guys sent me a boxed, complete in-box Game Boy Color game, that's got to be worth something. Like, for a Game Boy collector, I guarantee you that'd be worth something. For me, I might get into collecting them, but I don't know. I can tell this cartridge has been dismantled before, though. Feels like it. It's coming apart real easily. So I fully expect this to be cleaned. Like, I fully expect that the contacts on the pins on the interface for the cartridge, just look at this. Look at it with me. So we got no dust. Yeah, I already confirmed that this is an authentic cartridge. So just first look, I said it was. I don't smell any burnt plastic. It doesn't have any of that smell you would get out of something that's just been manufactured that way. That's another sign. Like, it's kind of weird, but if you can usually spot a fake if you smell anything that smells like plastic, then you know it's a fake N64 game. The reason I say that is because the kind of plastics that they use on these, it absorbs odor. Like, if you buy a new game console, that new console smell, it goes away after a while. It starts smelling like nothing. And if you take that cartridge, that whatever, over to, say, a friend's house, and then you smell your system, you're going to smell your house. Like, you're going to smell a different smell to it. And this one, it doesn't really smell like anything, which means that it's been inside of a container for a while, yes, but that new plastic smell can take years to go away. That's another thing. And that's why some of the retro cartridges, they don't use 3D printed cartridges. Like the people that are really good convincing scams, they don't use reproduction cartridges. What they'll do is they'll take the circuit board, like what I'm doing, taking the cartridge apart. Say this is like Madden 99 or something. They'll take the chip out of the system, so they'll strip it down all the way to this, and then they'll take the board from, say, a sports title, take the EEPROMs and everything out of here, and then drop it straight into another cartridge after they programmed a new chip into it, and then they'll seal it all up and then ship it. That's why you have to take these things apart to get a good look to make sure they're real. And this one has officially passed every single test it needed to count as authentic. But the reason I say that is because the time codes on the chip itself are right. That says 1996 Nintendo, which Shadows of the Empire was a 96-97 era game. The size of the board is correct. None of those chips are artificially created. It has the capacitor where it needs to be. It has the EEPROM where it needs to be. It's got a 1995 CIC NUS 6102 chip in there. That's correct. The only reason I know is because I already own a copy of. I think I own two of these plus this one now, so that's why I'm not particularly worried if I blow this one up. Even though this one's in much, much better shape than the one I've got or had before. But yeah, man, that's freaking baller. Okay, I gotta tell JC about this. I can already see it now. He's going to see this video. The first thing he's going to scream at me about is, why did you take that game out of its sealing? Why did you break the seal, Cody? I'm sorry, JC, okay? Excuse me, JC Sama. I apologize. Because, you know, JC's my partner in crime when it comes to the techno nerd stuff. So let's get this put back together. And you saw how fast I took this thing apart, so the hardest part is getting this to slide back in the way it needs to go, just like so. And like I said, it's really worth it to buy a game bit set, just so you can take this anywhere. Like, you can go to a flea market or whatever, and I don't guarantee that you're going to get away with it, but you can go, hey, can I check the cartridge real quick and see if it's real and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to say don't buy a retro, or not retro, but retro gaming is one of those things you have to be careful with. It's just like comic book collecting, stamp collecting, any kind of collecting, you don't want to pay for something if it's a ripoff. And I totally forgot that other IO shield. That was my bad. Not IO shield, but that shield. So whenever I go places and I have any reason to doubt the people selling it, I will ask them if I can open it up and take a look. And I use videos like these to confirm that I know what I'm doing. So if I break it, then I offer to pay full price, whatever, for it, just to say if it's authentic. If I killed an authentic, then yeah, I'm gonna feel sad. I know someone's gonna want to stab me to death, probably. Especially if it's like Final Fantasy VII Black Label, complete inbox sealed, and then someone opens it up thinking it's fake, and it turns out it's real, and it just lost like 2/3 of its value because you opened it. Yeah, I met a guy that did that. Thought the guy burned a CDR when he got to the black labeled or the black disc inside the case and realized what he had done. He was very, 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 very thankful to be alive that day. Cost him a few $100, by the way. Cost the person that was selling it a few $100 too. Luckily they knew each other. I don't know if they still talk. But yeah, so that's literally how fast you can check these cartridges. Like, I already know this one will boot because it's guaranteed to. If I put it in my Nintendo and it doesn't boot, they'll send me another one or something like that. Like, apparently they've got a really good community, and I was just opening this to confirm for myself while I was here, because I would have checked this whether this was on cam or not, just because I like knowing if I can trust somebody. And I'll continue to do it in the future just because of how easy it is to dismantle N64 and SNES and NES cartridges and everything. Because I've got Yoshi's Island 2 up there and Super Mario All-Stars. I could open those up right now if I wanted to. I don't have a console to run them. Oh, and I got Super Mario Bros. 2. I've been looking at getting a NES and SNES just so I can play it, and then yada yada yada. But yeah, so we got 3 games. I'm gonna roughly average out the price for those this month to about $10 each, if you want to do it 3 ways. And like I said, they're saying anywhere between 3 to 5 games. So next month I could have 4, I could have 3, I could have 5, I could have this, that, and the other. And they said there's occasionally random things that might come out too, like they might send stickers or something, because it's a newer subscription service. So I'm not gonna say what they do and don't do as it's set in stone yet. But they offer people like me a opportunity to show videos like these to them and let them know that people are watching and paying attention, and it helps drive what they do. So I will say it's a buy. I will actually say I already know I enjoy at least one of these games. I've never even heard the other 2, so this could give me a very good opportunity to get into 2 other series of games. Like, I've never heard of Brute Force, and I've never heard of Towers before. So, and I'm a huge RPG person, and that's what these are apparently. Like, this is an RPG, and this one's like a I guess this one's an RPG too. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I've never heard of it before. So this could give me a very good opportunity to get into some more games and everything. And if the game is terrible, then I could always hop on JC's Horrible Games Month streams with him, and yeah, donate some games to the cause and sit there and go through the cringe with him. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. Get a conversation down in the comments below, and be sure to check out this pretty swank company. Like, I am actually digging them right now. Like, the fact they sent me a box copy of a Game Boy Color game, that one actually is what makes me say it's worth a buy, because I'm a huge collector of complete inbox things. And they have everything from, I guess, they have a list of systems you own and all that stuff, and you can have a wish list, so you can check that whenever, and when you subscribe, and then it'll let you go down all the stuff you have and don't have, and it'll even tell you the complete catalog of that system. And you know, if you got that one last game, you have a pretty good chance that they might find it. And I mean, you know, they might send you a $10,000 game and it only cost you $35. So it's kind of a gamble, but at the same time, like, if you have multiple copies of the game, you could turn around and trade it with someone else that might not have it, and you can help build the community and everything else. So anyway, guys, enough rambling. That's it for this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. You guys take care of yourself. Have a good one.